Hey everybody, what's happening? Jack the Art Man here, back with another amazing art video. Today I'm going to be drawing a Valentine's gift for Cyan. I'm going to be drawing her from memory because we have that close of a bond. And I am going to sit here and I'm going to replicate her face perfectly, without flaw. It will be photorealistic and purely from the confines of my own brain. So let's talk about the media we're using today. Got all kinds of fun little toys. Have, of course, pencils, right, and one. And you can tell these are art pencils because they don't have erasers on them. Erasers have to be separate. There's no excuse. If your pencil has an eraser on it, it's not an art pencil. So go to Hobby Lobby or something. So that's all well and good. We also have some pens here. And much like the pencils, these are artist pens. As you can see, they're really thin and fragile, as I learned. And we have some other stuff. You know, marker. It's basically a Sharpie. No big deal. Oh! Lost my pen. We also have, of course, the eraser I mentioned earlier. And we have, these, Japanese paint markers. Evidently they're pretty cool. So we'll probably be incorporating those, just, for funsies. And you know, we also have just all kinds of colored pencils and just a real nice assortment of these colored pencils, right? So that's all well and good, and that should be plenty to create a get the fuck off there, a perfect representation of Cyan. So the first thing you got to do when you're drawing is you got to start with some kind of base, and that base can be you know, it can be very rough. So we're just going to I'm intending to do a portrait, doing kind of a portrait thing. So you know, you always got to start out with some kind of ovular thing there. That's just a rule. You can't not do that. You know, have hard pills to swallow, am I right? And you know, just give her kind of a neck. That's a neck. Give her the torso. And gonna do everybody, especially her, a favor, and I'm just gonna do her a favor and give her a shirt right here from the onset. Shirt sucks. Fuck that. You're more stylish than that. You're doing like the over the shoulder thing, you know, that girls do, right? You want the shoulder. Anyway, but more important than that is of course the sorry, just kind of doing my thing there. But of course, more important than that is the face, right? It's the most important part. So obviously, faces aren't ovals. That's just where you start. I kind of want her to be, you know, we're gonna do our cross section here, and the cross section. Oh. And the goal of this little cross section here is to kind of show yourself where you're gonna put stuff. So I'm kind of doing a 3/4 view kind of thing. You know, she's gonna be kind of looking this direction, and you know, nose is gonna be pointed down here, all coy or whatever. You know, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So you know, this is our eye line here. Eyes are in the middle of the head, shaping out this face a little bit, right? So we want you know, the ear right here. So my angle's all frunked up. Don't worry, it's just a sketch. It's just a sketch, and anything I do that is sucky or bad, I can just say it's a sketch, and then it's no big deal. Yikes. That's no, not yikes. Not yikes. That's fine. Everything's fine. There's no issues here. So the thing about the face is that, you know, this is the most important part. This is the subject here, and I know her face so well that we're just gonna go for it. So this is where the eyes are. So you always gotta, like, and she's got big eyes, right? You know, big, nice eyes. And, yeah. Yes. Liking it. Mm-hmm. And, you know, that's just what we have so far. We're just blocking things out. Calm down. We'll get there. Alright? So, now we gotta figure out the nose, and she's got a smaller nose, I think. I don't know, what do you got? Italian in you? I don't know. That's a nose. There you go. There we go. Yeah, there's a nose. Okay. And see, it's perfectly photorealistic. Noses like this exist, and it's on my girlfriend. And now for the mouth, now she's got kind of a cute little turtle beak thing going on. Yeah, that's about right. Give her some eyebrows. Very shaped eyebrows. And you know, we can kind of do this, you know. Yeah, that's about how big they are, and we can kind of just go from there, you know. Start shading a little bit, you know. It's a bit early for that, but you can start shading as soon as you want, really. You know, done really, you know, just I like to let the pencil guide me. I don't really like to guide the pencil. I like to let the pencil guide me. And yeah, that's about right. So I'm getting some heinous energy coming from this upper cranial region. So I think we're gonna need some kind of hair. You know, Cyan, she has kind of poofy, flowy hair, so we're gonna really accentuate that and display that. So, you know, you have to start from the ear. There's really no other way. Sorry to say, if you do it the other way, you're doing it wrong. And you know, kind of gonna. Her part is like, I don't know, it's like up. It's like there somewhere. You know, I know what I'm talking about. You know, you don't have to. You just don't have to. Okay. I know what I'm doing, and because I do. So, you know, I really just like to see Just the flowiness of it. She has this very iconic, like, right head flow going on. Like, just her natural sort of hair shape has her, like, going out into the right. I love that a lot, and I love to really accentuate that sort of, like, look there. Oh, got a little bit on her face there. No big deal. No big deal. Everything's all good. Everything's fine. Well, everything's all right. Look who it is. It's okay. So Cyan just texted me. Anyway, now that rude interruption is over, let's continue drawing Cyan. So, I'm becoming reasonably happy with the composition, the flow of it. I like the flow. I like the energy. So what we're gonna do is we're going to ink. We're gonna ink it. Really, like, you know, I like to say the ink is the permanent mark you leave on the world. And when you ink something, you can't erase it, and as a result, you can't have any regrets, right? So when you ink, then you need to go in with all of your force. You need to go in and you need to really tell the drawing. You need to tell the drawing to give you what you want. You need to have the drawing work for you, really, because, you know, art can be a lot of work for a lot of people. It depends just kind of who you are. And at the end of the day, though, if you are spending more than I don't know, say 10 minutes making a drawing, then I'm sorry, you're doing it wrong. You're listening to your art professors, and you're just not good. If you can't draw as fast as I can with the precision and the purpose and the energy that I do, then I'm sorry to say it, you're not a real artist. Yeah, and it may seem harsh, but you don't. I mean, come on. Let's all just get real. And you know, I like to editorialize when I'm inking, because what better time to come up with new ideas than when you can't regret them anymore. You literally are not allowed to regret when you ink, because how can you? You've done it. It's over. You know, I put a line down, like so. There's a lip. See, I just did that. I did that. And whether or not I like it doesn't matter. It's whether or not it's whether or not the drawing likes it. Really. So we're gonna move on. I have my base. I have a base, and now I'm going to use an ink brush, which is even more beautiful, because the thing about the ink brush is that dependent on the pressure you apply, it will give you a different outlook, and it will give you more energy. So we want to shade with this guy, and the thing about shading is it's very intimate. It's when you're laying down the light and you are allowing the light to take grasp of the situation, it brings you into prosperity because you're giving the art the thing it needs to become more than itself. And I think the thing about the shading process using the ink, and by the way, I'm doing a perfect job. I think the thing about the shading process that's so beautiful is that you really start to see it pop off the page. You really start to see it become what it is, and you really begin to grow with it. You begin to sort of see it as a part of yourself. You know, I'm adding in the darks. I'm accentuating the brights. I'm letting the drawing draw itself. Really, I'm not thinking about what I'm doing right now. And I think, you know, Whis from Dragon Ball said it best when he was telling Goku and Vegeta. He was like, "You're weak because you think before you move." And I thought that was so profound when he said that. He said, "You're weak because you have to think about every action you do, and once you stop doing that is when you truly become stronger than you could ever imagine." So I took that kind of, and now I'm letting the drawing, you know, I'm letting it go. I'm using my ultra instinct as an artist, and I'm letting it control my hands as I move. What else does it need, really? I mean, at the end of the day. God, it's so perfect. What else do we need? Okay, so we're going to erase the sins of the past. And by that I mean our sketch lines. You know what I mean. And what this is going to do is this is going to this is going to kind of bring into vision just what we wanted to do in the first place, which was create a perfect representation of Cyan. You know, it just doesn't get any better than this, really. I almost don't want to touch it anymore. I'm feeling the central dogma kind of like flow away from me as I'm looking at this and realizing that what I've done here is dog shit. Perfection. Cyan, happy Valentine's Day. I mean, really though, you're welcome. In fact, let me it's red, right? Gotta say it. Happy Valentine Day. There's an S there. From Jack the Art Boy. And that's not even my signature. I need to remember to put my signature on there. You know, Art Boy. We've clipped the energy a little bit, but that's okay because that's in red and that's in black, and you can kind of figure out what the normal art is. So thank you for watching. Happy Valentine's Day, and hope to see you again soon. This is Jack the Art Boy, flipping the page. There's nothing there. That would have been a funny gag.